Have you ever noticed how people often criticize or even attack things they don't really understand? Whether it's a new scientific theory, a piece of modern art, or a different cultural tradition, the first reaction for many is suspicion, ridicule, or outright hostility. This isn't a new phenomenon. In fact, it's a deeply ingrained part of human psychology, and one of the most brilliant minds to ever dissect it was Niccolò Machiavelli. Over 500 years ago, in the heart of Renaissance Florence, Machiavelli observed the same pattern. He famously wrote, "Men are so simple and so much inclined to obey immediate needs that a deceiver will never lack victims for his deceptions." While this sounds cynical, it points to a fundamental truth. We are often driven by our immediate feelings and biases, especially fear. And what's one of the biggest sources of fear? The unknown. Today, we're diving deep into this fascinating aspect of human nature. We'll explore why we have this tendency to attack what we don't understand, using the timeless wisdom of Machiavelli as our guide. By the end of this video, you'll not only understand this behavior in others, but you might just recognize it in yourself and learn how to overcome it. So let's start with the core of the problem. Our brains are wired for survival. For thousands of years, our ancestors lived in a world full of immediate dangers. If they encountered something unfamiliar, a strange animal, an unknown plant, a rival tribe, hesitation could be fatal. It was safer to assume the unknown was a threat and react aggressively. This threat-first instinct is hardwired into us. The unknown triggers our amygdala, the brain's alarm system, and floods our bodies with stress hormones. Our rational, thinking brain, the prefrontal cortex, gets sidelined. In this state of fight or flight, our first impulse isn't to learn, it's to eliminate the perceived danger. This is where Machiavelli's insights become so powerful. He understood that this fear of the unknown is a powerful tool for control. A leader, he argued, could manipulate the populace by creating an us versus them mentality. By painting an external group or a new idea as a mysterious and dangerous threat, a ruler could unite their people behind them, consolidating their own power. The people, driven by their primal fear of the unknown, would gladly attack this manufactured enemy without ever stopping to question if the threat was real. Sound familiar? We see this tactic used in politics and media even today. But it's not just about manipulation from the top down. Our own ego plays a huge role. Let's be honest, admitting "I don't understand" can feel like admitting weakness or ignorance. It's a vulnerable position. It's a defense mechanism. If you can convince yourself that the new idea is idiotic, you don't have to face the discomfort of your own lack of knowledge. Think about the history of science. When Galileo proposed that the Earth revolved around the sun, he wasn't just presenting a new astronomical model. He was challenging the entire worldview of his time, a worldview deeply intertwined with people's sense of identity, religion, and place in the universe. It was easier for the establishment to attack Galileo, to call him a heretic, than to confront the terrifying uncertainty of his new, incomprehensible universe. They attacked what they didn't understand to protect their own sense of order and security. Machiavelli would have recognized this instantly. He wrote extensively about how people cling to old ways and traditions, the ancient orders, because they provide comfort and predictability. He noted that introducing a new order of things is one of the most difficult and dangerous tasks a leader can undertake. Why? Because, as he put it, the innovator has for enemies all those who have done well under the old conditions, and lukewarm defenders in those who may do well under the new. People who benefit from the status quo will fiercely attack any change, and those who might benefit are too uncertain to offer strong support. Their fear of the unknown outweighs the potential for a better future. This fear also ties into our social nature. We are tribal creatures. We find safety and identity in our groups. When someone in our group introduces a strange new idea or adopts a different lifestyle, it can feel like a threat to the group's cohesion. The group's instinct is often to enforce conformity. By attacking the nonconformist or the strange idea, the group reasserts its boundaries and reinforces its shared beliefs. It's a way of saying, you are either with us or against us. The pressure to belong is immense, and for many, it's easier to join the attack than to risk being ostracized for showing curiosity or open-mindedness. So we have this potent cocktail of primal fear, ego protection, and social pressure. It's no wonder our default reaction to the unknown is often negative. But here's the crucial part. It doesn't have to be. Recognizing this tendency is the first step to overcoming it. This is where we can move beyond the cynical observations of Machiavelli and into the realm of personal growth. How do we do it? The antidote to fear is knowledge. The antidote to misunderstanding is the effort to understand. When you feel that knee-jerk reaction of dismissal or anger towards something new, pause. Ask yourself, why am I feeling this way? Is it because this thing is genuinely bad, or is it because it's unfamiliar and challenging my preconceived notions? This is the moment of choice. You can follow the path of least resistance, the path of the ego, and lash out. Or you can choose the harder, more rewarding path of curiosity. Instead of saying, that's stupid, try asking, what can I learn from this? Instead of attacking the person, try to understand their perspective. Why do they believe what they believe? What experiences have shaped their view? This doesn't mean you have to agree with every new idea you encounter. Critical thinking is essential. But genuine critique comes from a place of understanding, not from a place of fear. You can only effectively argue against a position after you have taken the time to truly comprehend it. As the old saying goes, seek first to understand, then to be understood. Machiavelli lived in a world of cutthroat politics and constant change, and his writings are a masterclass in seeing people as they are, not as we wish them to be. He showed us that fear and self-interest are powerful motivators. But we live in an age of unprecedented access to information. The cost of learning about something new has never been lower. We have the tools to combat our own ignorance if we choose to use them. Think about it. The greatest breakthroughs in human history, the most beautiful works of art, the most profound philosophical insights, they all started as something new and misunderstood. They were all, at one point, attacked by the status quo. If we automatically attack everything we don't understand, we close ourselves off from progress, from beauty, and from growth. We trap ourselves in a small, fearful world of our own making. So the next time you encounter a complex political argument, a challenging piece of art, or a lifestyle that's different from your own, remember Machiavelli. Remember the instinct to fear the unknown, and then make a conscious choice. Choose curiosity over fear. Choose understanding over judgment. Choose to engage with the world in all its baffling, wonderful complexity. That is how we grow, not just as individuals, but as a society. That is how we move from the world Machiavelli described to the world we hope to create. Thank you so much for watching. If this video gave you a new perspective, I'd really appreciate it if you'd hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more explorations into philosophy and human nature. What's something you used to misunderstand but now appreciate? Let me know in the comments below. See you in the next one.